We are at the Bristol Motor Speedway for the 26th race of Season 1 of the SCRL Wrangler Busch National Series. The 34 car of Sebastian Torres will be leading us to the green flag. Start beside him is the 16 of Riley Spurley-Tube. Points leader Jack Legacy will be starting in the 17th spot. His championship rival Keenan Busch will be starting in 11th. Rest of your qualifying results, all 42 entries in this race. No need for an LCQ, thankfully. Benoit Levitt Irvine, who won the very first Martinsville race, will be starting way back in 37th spot. Jack Legacy enters Martinsville with a 364-point lead over Keenan Busch. In the previous Martinsville event at this track, Sebastian Torres finished 10th. He is starting first today. We had 5 cautions during that race. We had no lead changes. Benoit Levitt Irvine led every single one of the 50 laps. We had 22 cars finish the race on the lead lap. And Jay Jefferson finished last in that race. A stat he probably does not want to hear. So that is your stats for this race. We got a full field, a full crowd. And here's your command for this race.
Is this on? Drivers, start your engines.
Yeah. That was your command right there. We had a little mic trouble. A full field and a full house here at this legendary track. This is the second time we are ever racing at this track this season, as I've already mentioned before. Benoit Levitt Irvine won the very first event by leading every single lap. Sebastian Torres hoping the same thing can happen to him. The next 2 races will be a full field. No need for an LCQ because we are next heading to Charlotte. But for now, we are at Martinsville. Sebastian Torres has the honors of leading us to the green. And we are racing at Martinsville for the second time in series history. The 50 car getting it 3 wide already, heading off into turn number 1. And to turn number 2, Sebastian Torres leads us down the backstretch for the first time under green conditions. Oh, we already got a caution. Not a good sign for this race if we're already under caution. Not good. Not good at all. Sebastian Torres leads the first lap, and we are under caution already. Well, we'll take a look at the first caution of the day. So here's the cause of the first caution. A 39 car of Hank Willis racing with Tim Randolph. And looks like Randolph clips the left fender of Hank Willis, and Hank Willis spins out. And luckily for all of us, no one really hit him except for the 23 car, Brian Fox. And Cole Nixie got some damage. John Ard is able to avoid. So a couple cars were damaged. So that originally brought out the caution. However, as is typical Martinsville, when there's a caution, drivers race back to the line, of course. And in turns 1 and 2, drivers stack up. And who was the unfortunate victim? One of the unfortunate victims? Second place in points, Keenan Busch. They stack up Evan Rudd, Nick Kennedy, Jay Jefferson, Marcus Sanchi. Keenan with a lot of damage to the front end of his vehicle, as we will see right here. A lot of damage. And with damage like that could ruin your day. So we'll have to see if Keenan Busch is able to repair his car, or his team is able to repair his car. If not, he will probably finish down way in the race results. Take it back to the restart. About to get this race restarted. Unfortunately, as we were under caution, cars were stacking up in turns 1 and turn 2. And one of those unfortunate victims was Keenan Busch. So Keenan Busch got damage at the front end of his vehicle. So Keenan will be finishing in the 41st position. Dink Drinker, once again, last. Yeah, these cars, they always stack up in turn 1, turn 2 after the caution, and those two drivers were involved. We got several drivers laps down. It's typical Martinsville. They always do that. Sebastian Torres fighting against Jay Jefferson. So Jay will not sweep the Martinsville races by finishing last in each event. So that's one good thing about Jay Jefferson's day. Dink Drinker will finish last again. There's Max Anderson, who just won the last race, trying to win back-to-back, not having a good day so far, trying to get a lap back. Sebastian Torres leads yet another lap. That completes 7 laps, 43 to go. Be 42 this time by. Jay still fighting on the inside, trying to get a lap back. Actually, I think he's 2 laps down, ain't he? No, he's 1, excuse me. And Jay gets a lap back. Sebastian Torres has a lap car between him and Lou Rainey, who is in second. How ironic, because his car number is number 2. Now let's take a look at our championship points leader, Jack Legacy. Way back in 16, so he doesn't really have the issue because his championship rival is out of the race. And he has a 3. Oh! Marcus Sanchez right in front. And we get a caution. We are racing it back. Now this is the trouble. See Carson, Jesse Turner, Shuttle, Hank Willis, John Hard. It's not my... Oh, we got another wreck. Aiden Shepard. This track is broken. I try to go to good tracks, but it's not my fault. People can't make tracks right. Okay, Sebastian Torres is our race leader. He's going to have to slow down. And this is normally where the trouble is. Turn 1 and turn 2. All these cars are laps down because they stalled in turn 2. And this is... See if we get a pile up this time. See cars running back of each other like that. Aiden Shepard passing everybody. Okay, they're actually... yeah, they're calm this time. Alright. We will take a look at your second caution of the day. Well, the cause of the caution actually happened right in front of us with Jack Legacy. AJ Jones dives it on into turn number 3. Hits the 22, Marcus Sanchez. And... I think that's how you say your name. Chi. Up the track into Al Legacy. So Al took a bullet, I guess you could say, for his brother Jack. And then cars stacking up the 05, the 15, the 7, the 19, 24, 09. And these cars, they get stuck on the grass right here. Including Jesse Turner way back here. And through no fault of their own, they get stuck and they're going to lose multiple laps. It's the product of this track. People don't make tracks the right way, and then this bugs out the race. But this is the farthest back track we could find, 1995. So, yeah. Restart time. Half a lap away from getting this race restarted. No one else is out of the race. We have 29 cars on the lead lap. Championship leader Jack Legacy is in the 12th spot. Sebastian Torres is our race leader. Second is Luke Rainey. Third is Matt Johnson. Fourth, Riley Spurley-Tube. Fifth, Grayson Acevedo. Sixth, Keka Silverpaul. Seventh, Derek Edison. Eighth, Evan Rudd. Ninth, James Barker. And 10th. Oh, actually, the field is scrambled. Okay, we're back to racing. Sebastian Torres leads him off into turn number 1. Racing side by side with the 32, Max Anderson, who just won the last race. At Richmond Fairgrounds, of course. Anderson dives it on into turn number 3 and 4, trying to get a lap back. Sebastian Torres fights hard on the outside, and Sebastian will keep the 32 car 1 lap down. And we complete a lap under green, which is amazing. 16 laps completed of the 50 on the scoreboard. Second place is now a battle, but, well, actually not a battle because Luke Rainey is on the lead lap. Josh Barker is not. Barker, who has a gripe, coulda, woulda, shoulda won South Boston, but, well, that's a controversial we've already discussed many times. Yeah. Sebastian Torres continuing the race in the lead. Winless so far this season in his 34 owned car. Came to Martinsville hoping to change his season around. Just try and have one good thing happen to him. As Luke Rainey goes to the low side, trying to get around Josh Barker. who is a lap down. Matt Johnson's in third. Then you go back to the 16 car, Riley Spurley Tube, who is in fourth. And then Grayson, who is in fifth. Not for long, because here comes Kaka Silverpaw, excuse me. I always get those two confused because they're both in red cars. And we actually have some green flag runs here at Martinsville, which is amazing. There's Todd Kennedy, the Charlotte winner. He will be very excited because where are we going next? Charlotte. So Todd is just trying to survive this race. He's back in 27th spot. Speaking of 27, the car 27 is in front of him, Cole Nixley. Bad season for him. Colin Jobber coulda, woulda, shoulda probably won Richmond, but had a flat tire actually. Went 2 laps down, got 1 lap back, which just couldn't survive. There's the Martinsville winner earlier in the season, the 99, Ben Oliver, way back in 22nd, just trying to move up through the field. Al Lagacy, of course, Jack's brother. Championship, he was in the top 5 battling for the title, but he's way back in 11th, which is, ironically enough, his number. And the Skull Bandit car. And, of course, as we all know, the other Skull Bandit car. Jack is... Where's Jack? Did we pass Jack? I don't even see Jack. Is Jack out? Oh, my God, Jack is out. I just noticed that. Jack had a broken gearbox. Wow, so our championship contenders are going to finish 41st and 40th in this race. So Jack's not going to lose really any points. Now, he'll gain a couple, but not a lot. Wow. I was about to say, because I was going through the field and I didn't see Jack. I figured check on pit road, he wasn't there, so... Wow. So, championship implications here at Martinsville, but it's not really going to help anybody because they're all too far back to gain on the front two. Sebastian Torres is just, this is a, depending on when you're watching this, Saturday or Sunday drive here at Martinsville, just driving around. We're going to get the halfway mark this time by 25 down, 25 laps to go here at Martinsville. Let's see who has the fastest lap. That would be the 6th car, Colin Dryberg. And where is Dryberg? Way back in 25th spot. Once again, proven that you can have the fastest car, but that doesn't mean you have the best car or that you're going to win. So Al is the only Legacy family member in this race in 17th spot. '29 car, Zachary Fitzwater, not having a good day. 39th spot. Keith Stevens having an okay run in his 88 car in 9th. Jay Jefferson, I mentioned him earlier, finished dead last in the very first Martinsville race, but he is in the 34th spot right now, so a mediocre run for him. Evan Rudd, a 2-time race winner this season at IRP as well as Hickory, running in 8th. Good run for him. Grayson Ace Video, of course, won LCQ earlier in the season. Derek Edison, good run for him in the Chattanooga Chew sponsored vehicle. Jay Barker, 33 car, and 33rd, ironically enough. Taka Silverpaw in the 5th spot. A 1-time race winner earlier in the season, also at Hickory. Kyle Metz in the 12 car, won at South Boston. In 32nd spot, not a good day for him. Riley Spurley Tube, not a good season for him, but he's running in 4th today. Hank Willis in the 31st position, not really a good season for him either. Josh Barker, we already discussed him. Luke Rainey in 3rd, trying to move up. And 2nd place, Matt Johnson. Matt Johnson has picked it up over the past few races. Now no longer in last in points, he's in 41st. Trying to make a run at it these last few races. 20 laps to go for Sebastian Torres and Matt Johnson. Be 19 to go this time by, of course. So we've settled we've settled a little bit, these drivers. We had a couple early cautions. The field has spread it out a little bit, and Sebastian is pulling away ever so slowly every lap. The lead was 0.6 of a second. It is now 1.1 seconds. So he's gained basically a whole hundredth of a second this past lap. Matt Johnson is now cleared of lap traffic, so the question is, can he catch Sebastian Torres? And if he catches him, can he pass him? Because as we all know, catching is one thing, passing is another. Luke Rainey trying to move around Josh Barker. This is not for position, trying to move on up. So Luke Rainey now has to get around Max Anderson if he wants to challenge for second. Riley Spurley Tube back there in third. Nice, quiet day for the 16 team. And we are basically just riding around, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are happy about this. You know, we're actually seeing some green flag racing. We're seeing caution. We're seeing wrecks. We almost saw another one. Yeah, the next race will be Charlotte, so we should get some wrecks there as Luke Rainey finally gets around the 79. Oh, 79 dives it down into turn 3. Barker's going to try and get a run and get back by Luke Rainey. This is not for position, so Barker needs to let the 2-car go. And he does, for now. And Luke is now passed. Now can he catch the 32 and the 37? You know, since there's nothing really else to do, let's go ahead and go on board for the next few laps with Sebastian Torres, our leader. Lead is 1.43. We'll be catching lap traffic pretty soon because they was in the exit of turn 4. And to turns 3. And to turn 4. Sebastian will lead yet another. Oh, caution. I just noticed that. Not a good thing for Sebastian Torres when you had a 1.5 second lead. And this will cause drivers to stack up and turn. Yep. 99 gets damaged. 19. 70 will stall, I believe. No, he's still going. Todd Kennedy trying to fight. Yes, he survived. And no stack up in turns 1 and 2. That's good, but not good for Sebastian Torres because he had a 1.5 second lead. Sebastian Torres in the 34 car is our race leader. We'll take a look and see what brought out the caution. So what brought out the caution? The 63 car, James Barker, racing with Jesse Turner. Turner is multiple laps down. Barker is on the lead lap. And Turner clips the left fender of James Barker. And Barker goes for a spin. And pretty much everybody avoids the 63 car. And nothing really happens after that. So we just had a 1-car spin in turn 2. This will be a quickie caution, and we will take you back to the restart. We are going to restart this race with 8 laps to go. Yeah, bad day for the championship contenders. First is Sebastian Torres. Second, Matt Johnson. Third, Luke Rainey. Fourth, Riley Spurley Tube. Fifth, Keka Silverpaw. Sixth, Derek Edison. Seventh, Grayson Acevedo. Eighth, Evan Rudd. Ninth, Keith Stevens. And 10th is Tim Randolph. We're back to racing at Martinsville. And we got a new race leader. Matt Johnson just quickly passed Sebastian Torres while we were away. Not sure what happened to Sebastian Torres, but he just got quickly passed. So we got a lead change here at Martinsville. Can Sebastian close the gap back on Matt Johnson? I guess Johnson got a fast start when we went back green and Sebastian didn't go. So new race leader, Matt Johnson. 6 laps to go for the 37 car. The front two are looking for their first career Busch Series win. Actually, so is Luke Rainey, but he is way back behind. Sebastian Torres now trailing the race leader. Led the majority of the laps here in this race. As you saw, 75 cars pitting. Jay Jefferson. Sebastian Torres led the majority of this race, and he's going to lose the lead and possibly the race if he doesn't pick it up. Down the back stretch. 3.5 laps to go. 4.5 laps to go. And to turns 3 and 4, Sebastian closes the gap. 4 laps to go here at Martinsville. Sebastian has closed it in 0.03 of a second. And to turns 2, down the back stretch. Sebastian right in the draft, trying everything he can to get around Matt Johnson. It's been a long time since either of these drivers have won a race. Sebastian closes it ever so closely. 3 laps to go. Sebastian closed 0.8 of a second that lap. But again, catching is one thing, passing is another. 2.5 laps to go. Down the back stretch. And to turns 3 and 4, see if Sebastian gains this time. It was 0.31. Nope, he loses. 2 laps to go here at Martinsville. Yeah, he lost 0.04 of a second that lap. Matt Johnson's pretty much got this unless something happens to his car. Down the back stretch. 1.5 laps to go into turns 3 and 4. You will see the second greatest thing you could ever see. White flag, 1 lap to go. Matt Johnson won't lead the most laps, but he made the move as he went back to green. And he took advantage of Sebastian Torres' slip-up. Down the back stretch for the final time. And Matt Johnson will score the biggest win of his career into turn 4. Matt Johnson scores his first career Busch Series win here at Martinsville. Well, that was an entertaining race, kind of. So here are your race results. Matt Johnson scores his first career SCRL Wrangler Genie's Busch National Series win. 2nd, Sebastian Torres. 3rd, Luke Rainey. 4th, Riley Spurley 2. 5th, Kaka Silverpaw. 6th, Grayson Vidu. 7th, Derek Edison. 8th, Keith Stevens. 9th, Evan Rudd. And 10th, Tim Randolph. Rest of your race results. We had 28 drivers finish the race on the lead lap. The 79, Josh Barker, did finish the race, so ignore that. And Jay Jefferson, in the final few laps, broke a piston. That's why he's out. So Jay Jefferson finishes in the bottom 4 for the second time here at Martinsville. And big hits for the championship leaders. Jack Lagasse finishing 40th due to a broken gearbox. Keenan Busch 41st due to an accident under caution. And Dane Drinker finishes dead last once again here at Martinsville. Yeah. So that concludes Martinsville. We will take you to victory lane with Matt Johnson. Here are the point standings after the 26th race of the season at Martinsville. Jack Lagasse continues to hold the point lead, but however, we have a brand new driver who is in second place. The 2 car of Luke Rainey. He is now in second in points. He is 301 points behind Jack Lagasse. Tim Randolph is in third, 339 points behind. 4th is Alexander Rowe, 356 behind. And Keenan Busch, who was the championship race leader a while back for a good part of the season, has been struggling the past few races. He is now in 5th. He lost 3 spots due to damage he received at Martinsville. He is now 372 points behind Jack Lagasse. So Keenan Busch's season started off great. It is now slowly ending badly. 6th is Evan Rudd, 7th Cole Nixley, 8th Al Lagasse, 9th Josh Barker, and 10th J. Barker. So you get the Barker family in the top 10. 11th is Smith Regal. 12th, Max Anderson. 13, Nick Kennedy. 14, Keka Silverpaw. 15, John Ard. 16, Zachary Fitzwater. 17, Hank Willis. 18, Tony Newman. 19, Brian Fox. And 20th, Kyle Metz. 21st, Ben Oliver Irvine. 22nd, Keka White Lion. 23rd, Sebastian Torres. 24th, Joe Jefferson. 25th, Jay Jefferson. 26th, Riley Spurley Tube. 27th, Eli Bright. 28th, Jay Jefferson. 29th, Jesse Turner. And 30th, A.J. Jones. 31st, Colin Dryberg. 32nd, Ding Drinker. 33rd, Shuttle. 34th, Derek Edison. 35th, Dylan Thurox. 36th, Aiden Shepard. 37th, Marcus Hinchy. 38th, James Barker. 39th, Todd Kennedy. And 40th, Matt Johnson, who just won the Martinsville race. Gained one spot this past race. Grayson Ace Video, 41st. And last in points is still the 88 car of Keith Stevens. So that concludes the 26th race of the season at Martinsville and your point standings. We will see you at the 27th race of the season at Charlotte Motor Speedway, I believe. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.